What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, got a little story today. I got some new gear, and I'm going to kind of show off a little bit of that gear and kind of explain where it came from. Kind of a conflicting feeling type of story, but it is what it is. About 3 months ago, a really good friend of mine passed away, kind of suddenly and unexpectedly. And me and him went to high school together. We were like best friends. We started some of our very first bands together. Played a lot of shows together when we were really young. Just real close in our like formative years, especially our formative musician years. So, he was a really good guitar player, really good dude, really good musician, and over the years, he had accumulated a lot of gear. And so after he passed, some of some of the homies and his dad got together. We got together a couple of days ago. It was his birthday, and we kind of went through a lot of his gear. And his dad was awesome and wanted us to take some of his old gear for ourselves to use, because that's, I don't know, he felt like that's what he would have wanted, and I feel that way too. I feel like that's what he would have wanted us to do, to take the stuff that he had and to keep making music with it, keep using it, and let it inspire us. So I got a bunch of stuff from him. Not gonna be able to show off all the stuff I got, but I made a cool demo track using everything I'm using on the demo track and stuff I got from his dad. So this is all my buddy Thomas's gear. And as you can see, I got some cool stuff. So we'll hit the demo, and then I'll come back and kind of talk about the gear a little bit more. Alright, so that was the demo, and that was a picture of mine and Thomas's old band from back in high school, doing the thing. So, here's to you, man. We all miss you. We all wish you were here. But I promise that your gear is in good hands, and we're all going to do some really cool stuff with it. So, alright, the gear. So the guitar I use on this track is this Fender Jazzmaster body with this aluminum electrical guitar company neck on it. Now, I'm not sure what series Jazzmaster this originally was. It's got these weird pots on it that are like the bottom and the top both move, and if I'm being honest, I haven't really quite figured out what the bottom part does. Then it's just got like a regular three-way. Doesn't have any of the fancy Jazzmaster controls, which I prefer. I never use any of that stuff anyway. So, as far as I can tell, I think these are just the stock Jazzmaster pickups that come in it. It's got this weird bridge on it not like a regular Jazzmaster bridge, but again, I never use the tremolo anyway, so I prefer this. Now the neck. I've never owned a guitar with an aluminum neck. I played a couple before this, and never like sat down and really spent some time with it though. But after really spending some time with this, I love the way this neck feels. I don't know if it's just this one, like particularly how it's made or the shape of it or whatever, but this neck is awesome. I mean, it feels so weird having a metal neck in your hand, but it you don't ever have to worry about it moving or anything like that. I thought that maybe the edges where like the frets might feel kind of weird, but these have been polished up very well. It feels seamless. The frets are stainless steel, by the way, so never have to do a refret on this. Don't know if you could. I don't know how you would. Obviously someone put them in there, so it can be done, but not just something like your average luthier could do. So, it's also got these locking tuning machines on the back of it, which are super cool. So this is a conversion neck. So like this Jazzmaster started life as a 25.5 inch scale, like regular Jazzmaster. But this neck has turned it into a 28 inch baritone. So this is in drop G right now. That's what I've got it tuned to. These are the strings that were on it when I got it. So I don't really know what gauge they are, but they feel pretty good in this tuning. It's a real funky guitar, but man, it sounds awesome. And I just love this neck. I kind of want to get one of these and use it for another project because I'm really digging this neck. It is heavy. It's aluminum, so clearly. It doesn't have a truss rod because, it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. The weather's not going to affect this at all, so you don't need a truss rod. Just a really cool thing. Something I probably never would have tried on my own, but because of this whole experience and everything and getting this, I've really kind of discovered something I really like that's really outside of the box for me. So that's really cool. So that's the guitar I used. Like I said, drop G tuning, 28 inch baritone. Let's talk about the signal chain. So I used to plug in the ML Sound Labs JCM 800 plug-in, and the first part, half of the track, I'm using this into that plug-in. I think this is pronounced Ugensteel. So this this pedal is made by God City Instruments. It's Kurt Ballou from Converge. It's his pedal company. They make guitars too. This pedal is super cool. So I've never been a fan of fuzz. I've just never been able to find one that I got along with. This fuzz it's got enough gain. So my problem with fuzzes was either that they were real vintage inspired fuzzes, and they just didn't really do what I wanted. They didn't have enough gain really. They were just kind of huge sounding or rural crunchy. And then a lot of modern fuzzes were just so bass heavy and blown out that I didn't really dig them either. This is clearly a fuzz, but it has a tight quality to it that most fuzzes don't really have, and it's definitely got enough gain, and I can almost play I would typically play in a top rhythmic type of fashion. I can almost play like that with this, and I like that. It feels a lot more it doesn't feel so far out of the box for me. It feels a little closer to being in the. It's not in the box, but it's not so far outside of the box. I don't know what to do with it. And I didn't use this feature, but it also, if you turn this sweep knob, all the way up, it turns the whole thing into an HM2, which is insane. So you can get those like kind of fuzzy sounds I had, or you can get an HM2 tone out of it. Now, I didn't do that because I used this with the sweep like all the way down, and then everything else all the way up in like the fuzz kind of setting. And the reason was because the last half of the song, where it's like very clearly HM2, I used this, the Does It Doom Saw. And this is just an HM2 with one knob. It's like, you want less of it, you want more of it. So I ran this in front of the Jugendstil, and when that part came up, I turned this on and had the Jugendstil on too. So the last part of that song is both of these pedals on together through the guitar. And it sounded absolutely filthy. Insane guitar tone. Like I said, I was using the ML Sound Labs JCM 800 plugin, and it was set to kind of like a classic rock-ish type of sound, like right on the edge of breakup, maybe just a little bit of dirt, but not like, full-blown overdrive territory. So I had it right there, and then like slammed it with those two pedals. And yeah, I really dug it. So if you like either of those sounds, check these pedals out. The Gog City Instruments Jugendstil and the Does It Doom Saw. Now, I'm going to talk about bass stuff too, because I got a super cool bass as well. I got this PV T20 bass, and I love these old PV basses. They sound great, they feel good. This one, it has like a P bass kind of thing going on with this, where like this pickup's located. But I don't know, they kind of have their own just thing going on with them that I really dig. So the guitar was in drop G. I had the bass in drop C, and then I used a digital pitch, tuning thing in the in my DAW to tune this down to drop G so it matched the guitar. I used this into an STL Tones Will Putney Ampeg SVT plugin with the 810 cab, and then this on bass, the Earthquaker Devices Sun Life pedal. This pedal does it all. Now this is a super, if you know Sun, if you ever listened to the band Sun, this is that blown out, super low. It even has an octave, which I didn't use because you wouldn't have even heard it anyway on bass. But it does have an octave in it, so you got the fuzz and the octave in the same pedal. And this thing with the bass into the Ampeg SVT plugin, just absolute filthy bass tones. My goodness, those bass tones, I'm just so hyped about it. They sounded so killer. This pedal's super awesome on guitar too, for doing that real low, octave thing. The Sun thing, Doom, it's not really a genre of music that I've ever been a huge fan of, but from having this gear the past couple of days, and from kind of just experimenting with different fuzzes and stuff, and there's a bunch of more stuff that I got that you'll definitely be seeing on the channel. I'm just going to show the stuff that I used in this video, in this demo track. So there's other pedals and stuff too that I haven't even really messed with and dialed in and tried out yet. So that's going to kind of be my thing the next couple of days, is I'm really going to go through some more of these pedals and stuff and really just experiment with them and try different stuff, kind of use this stuff to get out of the box a little bit. I got a really cool amp from him too that I'll probably try and make a video about at some point. It's super cool amp. So, you know, again, it's one of those weird situations where it's like, yeah, everybody feels conflicted about it, but you know, I'm certain that's what he would have wanted, was for all of us to get together and kind of celebrate his life, and to take all the stuff he had and continue to use it and continue to make music with it. So I hope you guys liked the video. You know, sorry if it was a little like heavy, you know, subject matter wise or whatever, but that's just what's been going on with my friend group lately, and it sucks. You know, we all miss him, but we're gonna keep making music, you know, because that's what he would have wanted. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it. I'll be back next week.